Hey friends, welcome to my second video number 2 of tearing down paper pads and making plans and all of that kind of stuff. That is a really annoying string. Let's tuck that in. Anywho, so I picked out 3 paper pads just now. There are different vibes to them and all that kind of stuff. This one is old, like old. It is a designer scrapbook pad by We Are Memory Keepers. Let's see. Another water damaged one, as you can see, which is one of the things I want to get through and just see if I'm feeling it anymore. Now, the majority of this is this really dark, kind of distressed, grungy thing with silver foiling. And yeah, I don't even know when it's from, but we're going to go through it. So I will have either recycle pile, pass on to neighborhood kids pile, all of that, but if I'm not using it, it's just gonna go. So, and if the back isn't in good enough shape for me to use as like white cardstock, then I won't use it. All right, this says authentic all out hustle. I know I'm not gonna use it. See, I don't like how much of the deep distressing that is on here. You know, it's like, oh my, I have 3 of the same one. That's interesting. Okay. So, don't dig it. I can use a fair amount of it, though, to back stuff with the white cardstock. So it's going into that pile. Great. See, it's this deep distressing. I doubt I'm keeping much of this. So that's going to go into scraps for neighborhood kids, I believe. Okay, this one right here, nice navy blue. I'm going to keep these. And I will go ahead, you know, when I'm not filming and just trim off this top piece. You can't tell about the water damage on it, so that works out. And there's really not enough navy in scrapbooking. Now, what do I wish it wasn't as black and distressed? Yes, but I'll turn it into some kind of a truck, target shooting, something, no doubt. So, I have that. Great. Trophies and trophies and trophies and trophies with the silver foiling. I don't like it. I no longer have a son that is competing athletically, which I think I got this for him when, like, to scrapbook his stuff when he was like in 5th grade, and he's out of college, so, you know. And clearly it didn't inspire me that much. Now, if it didn't have as much silver foiling, I would go with yes. It does inspire me, but that's not going to help me. So I'm going to go ahead and use it for white cardstock. And this little scrap is also going to go into the stuff for the neighborhood kids. These 2 little scraps I will keep. I love this blue tone, and I'll put that into my scrap bin. Great. Let's see. So yeah, there's like at least 3 of each of these were in here. Now this is interesting. I don't mind this as much. I may end up gutting it and cutting off some of that distress work, but I do like these tones, so I'm going to keep that one. Oh my. Okay, I see what they were doing here, and that's nifty and all that. You know, it's being like an old newspaper, but yeah, not going to work for what I'm doing right now. I'll use some of the white background. I knew this paper pad was not going to be received well by me because I've passed over it 90 times when I've gone through my stuff, yet I didn't do anything about it. This right here, kind of cool, kind of the pinwheels. You know, I'll keep it and I'll probably just matte photos with it. I don't like it as a whole background though, but that looks nice. Now this right here is interesting. Like, I can see me grabbing a star punch and punching some of these out. I also have this kind of thing right here, you know, the 1-inch circle punch. And I have these little things to make my own epoxy flares. So I can do that with these sizes and make little epoxy flares, which I would like. So for that reason, I will keep 1 of them. And then the other one, I will go ahead and put into my, wow, there's 3. Wow. I'll go ahead and use the white cardstock. You know, have to cut that out and then use the white cardstock. All right, for the love of the game, yada, 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 champs, athletes, no, not using that. So that can go over there. This, I like this right here. And that's about it. Isn't that funny? Like, why was I holding on to it? Why, people? Tell me why I was holding on to this. So I will keep it for that. But, oh gosh, and there's 3. Aren't I lucky? All right, so I'll keep it to grab that scrap out. So I'm going to put it actually with my scrap pile. I think that's what I'll do with that. Now here is the friends to this. So that's cool. I know I'll keep this piece. Don't know if I will necessarily use all of this hubbub on the sides. Like, I like that. I don't need all of this. I mean, if I'm doing a mixed media page, it might work though, but I'll keep it. Not feeling this. So that will go to neighborhood. You know what? I think all of these that I'm saying I'll keep for the white. I think I'll give these to my little neighborhood crafters. There's a couple of girls that do some crafting for charity in my neighborhood. So I think we'll let them have any of them that I'm not like feeling, which is most of them, quite frankly. But I did like it almost 10 years ago. So yeah, that can move aside. These are gigantic numbers. Interesting. Let's see, there's a 9 and a big 1. And that's the numbers I need. So I'm going to keep 1 to I still have a kid in athletics. She's number 19. So I will keep it for that. Kind of cool in that way. I mean, the colors aren't great for her team. Well, some are and some aren't. They're black and gold on her team. I'll keep this as well just to use that inside matting piece. And we have a nice size scrap of that, so I'll keep that for the scrap. Little stripey bits, stripey bits. Let's see how we feel about stripey bits. See, it's just, oh. So I have this thing of the stripey bits and those things of the stripey bits, do I? Interesting. All right, we'll keep the stripey bits. Now, I do like me some distressed orange, so that is cool. But once again, it's more of this piece. It's not the whole thing, but that's okay. If I can get a couple layouts out of it and I like it, that'll be cool. Look at how gross that is. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these sticker bits to the young ladies. That is funny. It's plenty sticky. Let's see. I'm just curious to see if this is yucky or, yeah, look, ugh. So stickers. You know, I clearly have used a T and an H. That's, oh, I used the word the. Very nice. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and stick it in with this and think of it as like the better part of a page kit. Because that's all it really is to me. But isn't that cool that they had regular stickers in with a paper pad? So really, I mean, it's an interesting sporty kit. I'm going to take a look. Go Fight Win I like. Yeah, there's, you know, some pieces in here I'm not loving. Just am not. You know, I think it might be the silver foiling. I just don't dig it that much. I do have some Chamel stickers that are silver, so I can work it in. So I'm going to go ahead and put this as well with that, with the papers I have over there. I recently had something that I had to use buttons for, so I might pop out all the buttons in the event that I have to do a button challenge again. So we're going to keep that as well. So I have a little pile for scraps. I'm going to put those to the side. So now let's look at my second paper pad, which I love. This is going to be a lot easier because I love these kind of things. It's Jen Hadfield Every Day. I picked it up at Tuesday morning. Looks like August of 2017. Bright, happy, shiny, mostly summery themed, but you can go in a lot of different ways with this. But I love the idea of getting it out of paper pad form. So what I'll do is take off the top right away. A lot of the binding was already breaking down anyway, so that kind of works out. So these 2x2 squares are tricky little suckers. I mean, they're great if you're a card maker. You can do the congrats, thinking of you, thank you so much, all that kind of stuff. We have thanks, you know, so Jen Hadfield stuff is really great with that for the 2x2s. But for those of us who make a few cards a year and then forget to send them, not saying who, not so great. So what I like about this, and I'm curious, let me see, I bought something today. I bought this Fiskars punch today. Let's see if this Fiskars punch I bought today works. I wanted to test out each of them one by one. So, I mean, I don't exactly need to use this word thank you, but it's a good one to test it out on. Kind of centered. Do you think it's centered? Oh, now that's cute. That got cute. So that's cute. So if I could do that with like the word love and hi and stuff like that, I think it would be a really cute way to still use these as embellishments on pages. So with that being said, I'm going to put this aside as one of my, what I call my cut apart pieces. So that will go over here for me to do some punch work and all of that on. Cool. Ew. Okay. This little guy right here is what I like to call a piece of white cardstock. That's all I can see. When I see it, I don't want it, or I don't like dig the print. Now I love navy. Yeah. So we're going to be using that for the white background. Great. Pink gingham. And this is like a real, actually it's the color of my Yeti here. This is the kind of saturation level I love. So I am definitely keeping it. I love it. I like that the gingham isn't as tight. Maybe I'll go like this. So keep. Oh boy. Now, great for Valentine's. This looks like lipstick to me or something. And it also looks like Kablam. The white side, that's all I'll use it for. This piece right here is stunning. It's navy. We've got diamonds. I can use that in lots of things, and it's a little damaged on the side, probably from being shoved back and forth in my paper pad bin. And like I said, the binding was starting to come apart, so this is going to be ever so usable. Love it. Oh, lemons. Lemons, my friends. I like the lemon paper, the orange paper, all that kind of stuff. It is bright and happy and reminds me of summer, and it's stunning. So, yes. Okay, this one right here. And I know people are like, no, you must keep it. It's the most gorgeous thing ever. I don't like the hot pink and navy thing together. I mean, let me see. Let me see if I go like this. Do I like that? Let me see. You know, I do like that. I like a little bit showing. So for that, I can keep it. I have to keep in mind that, you know, if I just, and this is like light medium cardstock weight, so I do have to think that I might have to double them up. Okay. So this is cool. This is map paper. I like maps. I like grids. I love all that kind of stuff. He is definitely my friend. Navy and white all day long. Come on. Oh, look at this little guy. He is fighting. That is like, oh, and you know, I don't like these kind of things, you know, when you tear off the perforated edge and you get the little bumpity-bumpities right there. So I don't like that at all. I rather just cut it slightly shy. I don't care if it's like 12 by 11 and 11/12. I just don't care. So I'll just be trimming that if you wondered. So once again, we have navy and white diamonds. Did we already have this? I'll just put that together. When I'm making kits, it might end up working out if they're together. So we've got anchors. So these anchors will be great for summer pictures. I will be excited. We live in Michigan, and it's called the Great Lakes State. And you literally, I don't know if in our state you can drive a half hour without being on a lake. So for me, I don't have to be on the ocean for that. I just need to go to my girlfriend's house. She lives 22 minutes away, and she lives on a lake. So I know, big explanation. Now this is a lot, right? But I have a thing for lime green and a thing for orange. That's like, you know, like tomato soup orange almost. So I'm going to keep it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. So we will keep it and see if we can work something in, or if it's just going to end up matting a photo, which that's cool too. Like sometimes if you just have like a little piece popping through, that's cool. All right, so let me pop that back. All right, so we have wood grain and triangles. Now friends, if it's wood grain, I keep it. That's how it is. Oh, look. So now I have pineapples, lemons, and oranges. Oh, we have more lemons. Now if I love the lemons so much, tell me why I haven't used either set. Because I didn't know it was in a paper pad is the answer. So just a really great lemon yellow honeycomb. That is gorgeous. Black and white dots. So yeah, for the most part, this pad's getting used. We're not chucking pieces, but it is actually going to make its way into kits because I reach for my loose 12 by 12s, and then I reach for my project packs, or my collection packs is how I create kits. So it is so rare that I would go through paper pads to make something. Love anchors of soul, take me to the beach, hello sunshine. So I'm going to preemptively, since I liked how it said love anchors of beach, I'm going to just put that there for right now. Now we have black and navy and a little bit of aqua, so we'll see if that makes its way together. I don't know, but I do like that. All right, we have one more of these. We already discussed how we feel about that. So I'm going to put that with my cut-aparts. This is, and this is, and this is what I like to call white cardstock. That goes there. So this is a fabulous lipstick red with little white polka dots. You can use this, I'm telling you, this is Christmas, it's Valentine's, it is 4th of July, it is easy peasy lemon squeezy to use. Now this is fab, navy and white. Now this piece of paper right here, I think I put it into another kit before. And I know that it has the map print on the top. I'm sure it's supposed to be used with it. Blech. I mean, it has more. Okay, I'm going to put it with it. Now, I like it, but don't love it. That's the best I can say. Here's another piece of this gorgeous lime green, but I want it in doses. Like, I have a hard time the idea of using that all at one time. So that will be in doses. And it looks like this one right here is the same as this one, which I already told you I am loving me some wood grain. Let's get this yellow honeycomb. You know, I really don't need to sort these out. I don't know why I am, but I just am. I don't know why. Okay, these gorgeous oranges. So it looks like this pad wants me to just trim the pieces. From here, I just have a couple of cool kind of like cut apart things I want to do. I also today got, let me show you how cool this is. I got this arrow punch. So, I mean, you could just get the little pieces off of this with the arrow punch, and I could put that into my brown drawer for wood grain. I got this ticket punch, and it says for thick. Look at it, it's massive. For just this little punch. I think it's massive because it goes through chipboard. I'm not sure. And then I also got, which I'd been looking for, this little bow punch. which you can easily grab just bits and pieces out of here for the bows and stuff too. So I definitely can use this a lot more. Like I can, what's a good way to put it? I don't have to use the whole thing. I can just use the gorgeous color on an arrow and be done. I guess that's what I was trying to say. I don't know. Okay, and I don't really care for the slightly shiny backing on these, so I don't keep that. I know Janet does, but I do not. Okay, so I just have to trim these pieces off, and I'll put them kind of at an angle on top of my other pile. And I have just this, not bad, just a small pile of going to be white cardstock here. Now this pad has been kicking around. It's a hot buy. I rarely buy paper pads at Michael's. And see, it's American Crafts. It's mostly like that cream tone that I'm not into anymore. Let's see, 2012. Wow. Okay. But let's break it down. So it's 12 by 12 inches. There's 24 different patterns, so there's 2 of each. Okay. So let's see what we've got. Oh, and it's one of those that's old enough that it was involved in the flood. Good times. Okay. So now I'm hoping, my recycling bin's going poop. When I say recycling bin, I have a trash bin next to me that everything that goes in there is paper related. So, and then when it fills up, I put it right into recycling. Okay. So mulberry with this off-white tone. Yes, please. There is not enough of this color in my world. Well, look at this. Now this looks like a textile background on this. It's textured back here. It's like a dusty apricot. Yes, I like that. Now, this, you can see the water damage, but there's not much at all, and it's not affecting the other side. And I don't have to trim off the top. I do have to deal with these weird little gluey bit things, but not bad. All right, so this paper right here is not my friend. I do not like this piece of paper. I feel like I'm talking in Dr. Seuss. And I can use most of it for a white background, so that's cool. Now this is interesting. It is graph paper. We've got this really nice medium royal blue on it. I like it for some reason. Okay. All right, so this right here, we have paper dolls that I don't like at all. Yep, that's just white paper. All right, this. Yeah, I really don't like this. The only thing I like really on here are these camera pieces. And I'm going to cut out the camera pieces, I think. I think I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut them out. I do like, okay, I like the cameras and the typewriters. I don't need the sewing machines or the airplanes or anything, but I will go ahead and fussy cut out those 2 icons out of this. And then the funny thing will be me trying to figure out how I want to store them. Like I usually store things in like 12 by 12 in these when I will first cut some things out and then I'll start using them into kits. And I'm not sure how I'm going to approach that stuff yet. I don't know. Okay, just using the background of this. Don't really care for that. Now this is interesting. How do I feel? I don't know how I feel. I like these large florals as cut aparts. I do. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put it in with this because I can see me using this. Do I want to cut it up or do I want to put it in? I really feel like I want to put it in here because I know I'm going to be doing a lot of page kits in March or for a March thing. February 22nd, I have a class that starts with page kits. Nicole Jones 911 Scrapathon 5, I believe, will start. So I know I'm going to have to make up a lot of kits for that. I know, that's a lot of conversation, isn't it? All right, so this one, I'm feeling it. It's off-white, which I don't dig normally. I do like the pea green stitching lines. I like the camera. You can do this whole like layered vibe off of that. So I know I want to use one. I don't know if I'll use more than that, but I do like that. Now this is interesting, friends. This is just brown and squiggles. And I like it. This I don't like. Yep, I sure don't. I do not like this. Like, I'm having a hard time finding anything redeemable. I like the back. All right, so this is an interesting situation right here. I love me wood grainy things. This is like a simulated wood grain. It's kind of funky. It's pea green. I love green. I don't like this over. Kind of wouldn't mind punching out pieces of this grid right here, of this graph kind of grid, and I have all kinds of new punches that I could have fun with that. So I feel like I want to put this over into my cut apart. So I'm going to make scraps out of some of it. And then I'm going to cut out a couple of things here, and then I can just put them into my orange bins probably. So this is like a black and cream chevron. It's doing wonky things to my eyes. Oh my goodness. Oh, more with a weird paper dolls thing. Okay. This, y'all, I don't like it. No, I like this. Isn't that funny? It's like, no. So this one again, let's see. Are there two? There's only one. Okay. So I like this taupe. I like this doily, and I like the stitching. So something fun could happen there. Now this is interesting. This looks, and I don't know if it is or not, this looks like Old Amy Tan. That is so interesting, and I like the pea green. So like for me, I could do a kit with this as a background and this as some scraps, and I think I could do something really fun with that. That's fun. Okay. This right here is a background. Okay. Next. All right, so we're having almost the same situation here. I really like this, and I like this over here. I don't really like this sewy bits kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put that with those other pea green. All right, so we have cream, and brown chevron. I'll keep that. Reminds me of Charlie Brown. All right, so this piece right here, this is very interesting. This, I like this. I like this. I like some of this. I do not like it together. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it with these, and when I make kits, I bet I will find my way. Now, I bet you know the answer already to the pea green. Love pea green. So this looks like a textile again. It looks like a sweater in the background, and then like a solid stripe. And I'm getting more of a white vibe off of this, which I really like as opposed to the cream. So that's cool. I can keep those two. Oh, and here's my last two. I might grab one more paper pad. This one's going to be a short one. Should I grab one more, or should I do another set of three? I think I'll do another set of three so you don't have to sit through another one. So, very interesting. I might actually punch out stuff on the grid, cut out these clouds, funny enough, and then use that separate. That is so funny that I want to take that apart so much. Okay, so this was a much more successful paper pad than I thought. I did end up with quite a stack of white backgrounds. When I say background, that means I'm going to map photos with it, and I am going to sometimes I put rub-ons on it to see if they work first, and then I will transfer them. So that's what these, the basic white backgrounds do for me. I do not need to buy white cardstock. I've done mixed media on these and cut it out. It's super useful for me. Bravo. I've got this beautiful stack of pattern paper right here that all I have to do is get the little stupid gluey bits off as I craft. And then I have a smaller set of cut apart things that I want to work on. And these cool little cut apart thingies, I do a lot of, this is so funny. Part of me wants to just leave it on top for when I do my Nicole Jones class. of a couple of these pieces and then cut them out as I go. I don't know how I feel about that. Maybe I will do that. When I'm going through, I'll have like these two pieces as my, I'll have this set right here as things to cut and put in the kits as I go. Wow, I can't believe I'm just kind of like rolling with all that. So I'm going to have this little piece right there to separate it out and let me know what is what with that. That is kind of cool. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This one goes here, and this one I'm going to go ahead and put with my Jen Hadfield stuff. Okay, let me see how long this video is. I'm sure it's quite long. Okay, 30 minutes long. That is plenty. And I will see you ever so soon with another set of paper pads to cut down. All right, goodbye, friends.